Stop right here. Don't go anywhere. You are especially welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah, and this right here is frankly speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the T. I give detailed analysis of reality TV shows like Big Brother Naija, like Nigerian Idols, like The Voice Nigeria. You know, basically any reality TV show that actually interests you, it automatically becomes my interest as well. I literally carry over my head. I give detailed analysis, I give detailed reviews. I run commentaries also because I want us to have fun. I want us to catch cruise. I want us to, you know, vibe to stuff like that. And reality TV shows are not the only kind of content that I put out on my channel. I also do movie reviews. So you see this Glory Elijah of a girl, she's a very, very boring sport. Guys, for real. I am super, super boring. However, whenever I feel like passing my time, you know, just having my own fun, chilling, being in a zen mode, I catch up on movies, which I find very, very interesting or exciting. But also, guys, I love reviewing those annoying ones because, hey, we have to call them out. You cannot come and waste my data, you cannot come and waste my precious time watching some really annoying movies. And I also talk about trending social topics because, of course, this life has to be balanced, okay? It's not all about entertainment and fun all the time. We also need to talk about those serious issues that concerns me, that also concerns you as well. You're about to have a blast on this channel. I also share my life experiences from time to time. Yes, that is when people ask me to talk about it. But if people don't ask me to talk about it, sometimes I do not feel the need to talk about it. I like keeping my private things private. But once again, you are welcome to my YouTube channel. And as I told you before, you are in the right space. Trust me, you will be so addicted to this channel. People are going to be asking you, what's happening with you? Are you okay? And hey, don't forget to turn on post notification, all right? That is the best way for you to always receive alerts of my videos. So you see what I'm doing on my screen right now, just do exactly that and you'll be cool. See ya. Hey guys. Okay. Nice. You are all welcome to another amazing, interesting FSWG Saturday YouTube live stream. I am super excited to be seeing all amazing people. Yes, all of you amazing people. Wow, I don't even know where to start from. You know, I'm actually having butterflies in my tummy because of this topic of conversation today. I know most of you would have seen it already. We're going to be talking about power couples, best betrayals, overall relationship dynamics from the recently ended Big Brother and Mzansi season 3. So if you are pretty much interested in having this conversation with me, just stick around. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. And if you would love to also air your views, you would love to share your own thoughts about power couples or whatnot that I've just mentioned, when I share the link in the comment section, just click on it and you will be able to join me live on the screen, and then we will have an enlightened conversation about it. But before we go into that conversation proper, let me officially welcome all of you back to my YouTube channel. You're welcome back. You already know my name is Glory Elijah. You already know that this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. You already know that I am the girl with the T. I don't want to go on and on about this, but as usual, let me welcome all of you by calling out your name. Yes, you know that is how we do it over here. Okay, so we have okay, let me start from the top. Okay, we have Nkem. Nkem, oh my god, Nkem, you're such a gem. You've been waiting in the comment section for the longest time ever. Thank you so much for your patience. It shows your commitment to this channel. I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much, Nkem. Itewa Joanna, hello, our baby Glory. Oh my god, that's so sweet. You are welcome. Eva, hi Eva. Chantel, hi Chantel. I love your name. You are welcome. Mbali, the one and only Mbali, always joining us. Jane Cynthia, where have you been? Oh my god, look at my old subscribers, they're back. Wow. Tendai Mwale, I am so happy to see you people back here. Wow. I mean, there's Freshy Fresh, you are welcome. Mamo Nyafi, you're welcome. Mickey, I've missed you. Mickey, call my number. Not now, anyways. Zamio, you are welcome. Let me see. There's Marianne. Hi, Marianne. There's Bella Maurice Vlog. Hi, Bella. Oh, wow. There's Kelly Michael. There's Glow. Hi, Glow. Who else? There's wow. Okay. There's a Molala. I hope I'm getting your name right. There's a Unam. Hi, Unam. Hi. There's Fran S. Hi, Fran. Watching from Canada. Nice. Thanks for gracing this channel with your presence. There's Bridget. Hi, Bridget. There's Labang. Hi, Labang. There's Teiko. Hi, Teiko. There's live update with T. I think that's a YouTube channel, guys. Let's check her out. There's Lindy Way. Hi, Lindy Way. There's Helen. Hi, Ellen. There's Lucia. There's Patricia. Woo! There's Shay. There's Jackson. Oh my God. See, all of you amazing people. Thank you all so much for taking out time off your busy schedules to join this conversation today. I am super grateful. There's Simpy Ray. Yeah, it says hi, Glory. Good vibes. Thank you so much for joining, Simpy Ray. Okay, so without much further ado, just a few announcements before I continue proper. Yes. I don't know how many of you are aware that this channel is not closed because Big Brother Mzansi has ended. No. On this channel, just as you saw in the introduction, I do reviews. I give reviews, detailed analysis, factual, detailed, accurate analysis. If I do say so myself, yes, about reality TV shows, movies, and trending social topics, which I am already doing, which I have been doing. And Big Brother Nigeria, Big Brother Mzansi, they are just one of those many shows that I review on my channel. I'm currently still reviewing Nigerian Idols. That one airs on TV, on DSTV every Sunday, and I give my reviews after the show ends. You can always catch up on that on my channel. And what else? Currently, there's the Real Housewives of Lagos. I am also giving reviews about that one. A lot of you have been requesting that I review. Is it Young, Famous, and African? Is it Young, Famous, and Rich? I don't really know the name. A lot of you have been requesting that I review that one as well. I am going to start watching it. To be very honest, I have not watched it. Yes, because there were so many other movies on my Netflix selection that I actually kept pending because I was busy with people at Zamdi. And I've been trying so hard to catch up with all of them, which I have been doing. So I'm going to start watching that Young, Famous, and whatever. I'm going to start watching it and I will give my honest review about it as well. And many more, guys. There's a lot of other TV shows that are coming up. So if any of those ones interest you, then please definitely stick around to my channel. I'm saying this because a lot of you have been saying, oh, I'm going to miss you, Glory. I'm going to miss this channel. And I'm wondering, why are people going to miss me when I am still here? Like I'm not going anywhere, okay? Practice Speaking with Glory is here. We're always here, all right? We still do our weekly videos. No, not weekly. We do our daily videos, and we also still do what's it called? Our Saturday FSWG YouTube live stream as we are doing right now. So this channel still breathes. I mean, we keep on pumping content. Someone literally commented the other day, the devil works hard, but Glory Elijah works harder. Guys, I work harder. Yes, I work harder, and I am never tired of pumping out content for all of you, especially those of you that actually like my reviews. So please stick around. Don't say anymore that you're gonna miss me. I'm gonna cry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I still pump out videos daily, and we still have our Saturday live streams as we're doing right now. Nothing is going to stop it by the grace of God. We are forging on. Yes, we are not stopping, we're not quitting. All right. So that said, let's now quickly officially start this conversation. As you must have seen from the title of this live stream and the thumbnail, we are going to be discussing the power couples from the recently ended Big Brother Mzansi. And on my list, I have 3 potential power couples, but of those 3, one of them are actually the overall power couple, and I'll tell you why. I know that you all are already thinking about it and you already have your own perspective, so don't worry. I'm going to just do a brief analysis and then I will share the link so you can join me and air your thoughts as well. So aside from power couples, we're also going to be talking about the best betrayals of the season. I call it the best betrayals because all of those betrayals, they actually were some kind of game moves. Yes, game moves for the housemates that actually executed them. So in my opinion, I saw them as best betrayals. So let's start with the power couples. Already, you know, there's the Tattle and Yashwan ship, there's the Terry and Vinyl ship, and then there was the BU and Venus's ship that would have been a power couple ship. But then we know what happened. BU was impromptu evicted from the house, and then Venus did not waste any time in mourning. Mourning, I use the word mourning because, of course, it was like somebody that's about to get into a love relationship, and then boom, eviction just rips the person off your arms, and hey, you don't have any love interest in the house until Thembu comes into the picture. So I feel like that one, Venus kind of ruined it, and I'll tell you why. Yes, but let's take it from the okay. Let's start with the BU and Venus's ship, anyways, because they were the least intense ship in the house. So they would have qualified to be a power couple ship, in my opinion, if Venus had actually given it the needed attention that it required. Yes. Now, why I say so is this. Um, for every Big Brother Nigeria show that I watch, I've noticed that a relationship where it seems like one of the parties is being forced to give the needed attention, to give the needed vibe, it is not deemed as a real relationship. And sometimes a portion of the viewing audience gets upset, they get offended, and they end up not liking that particular party in the relationship. So I feel like that was kind of what happened with the BU and Venus couple ship, whatever. Yes, and BU was obviously giving it all its might, but then Venus was coming on with the energy of, I'm not sure, I'm not ready for a relationship, I'm not feeling you like that, I don't like you like that. But then one minute we'll see them kiss, another minute we'll see Venus wants to go to bed at night, and then she will come down from the room upstairs where she normally stays. She will come downstairs, she'll come and hug BU, and then she'll go back. And then it was like she was playing with the emotions of the viewing audience. So people did not find it funny at all. People found it offensive. They felt like Venus was kind of gaslighting them. Yes, I'm saying this because of course, popular opinion, engagement, and all whatnot, feedback you get from the viewing audience, of course. So people felt like Venus was actually gaslighting them, and she did not make it easy for herself after BU's eviction. Yes, of course, they had that steamy kiss um the night before BU was evicted, the next day, Sunday, and then immediately after BU was evicted, that very same week's Saturday party, she was caught up on another kissing spree with Thembu again, and it was quite annoying to people who were ready to ship those two people together, because it was the exact same way that she and BU had actually kissed, that she and Thembu kissed. So people felt like, oh, so you were actually using BU, you were playing BU, and then she now came from the perspective of, oh, I remember how I went to bed, but I don't remember us kissing. That kind of shady kind of business. People were just officially upset. Like, come on, girl. We watched the show. Why are you acting like we don't watch the show? Why are you doing what you're doing? And then you're acting like you're not doing anything. It's like trying to play a mind game with the viewing public, especially that section of the audience that loves relationship, that love love. So, guys, for real, it felt like Venus was kind of gaslighting the audience, especially after kissing Thembu. And then she will now come back and say, oh, I did not remember. And then later she will say, oh, I don't want to have anything to do with him. I'm not ready for a relationship. And then before you know it, oh, they will kiss, they will play. And then she will say, oh, I actually think I like him. I actually think he's my type. And then she went out of the house, and then all the shenanigans would begin. So it was just overwhelming, right? So in my opinion, let's look at it from this perspective. If Venus had played along with BU, all right? If Venus had played along, if she had given the same energy that BU had given, yes, like BU was making his intentions known and she was reciprocating that same energy. If she had matched BU's energy, trust me, I don't think BU would have been evicted. Yeah, I don't think BU would have been evicted. If she had given, and you know why it would have been to her advantage? Let me tell you why. Why it would have been to her advantage was because at that time there was the whole triangle involving Acacia. So it was like a battle, right? It was like a battle. And at that point in time, Venus, of course, she was inside the house, so obviously she did not know what was going on outside the house. So what she did not know was that she had already won the battle, she and BU, because the viewing public, they were totally against Acacia. They were against Acacia because they felt like Acacia misinterpreted BU's friendliness for BU making advances at her. They were already against Acacia, saying all manner of things. Oh, Acacia is bitter. Acacia is this. Acacia was that. So imagine if Venus had capitalized on that opportunity, to say, okay, this is actually going to be very strategic for me, right? Oh, Acacia is not happy that I'm with BU. Maybe I should just play along with BU. Imagine if she had played along. Trust me, I have a strong feeling that BU and Venus, they would have lasted in that house till at least week 10. They probably might not make it to the top 5, but trust me, they probably would have made it to top 10. Yeah. But then Venus rather did not play along. She did not play along. She probably did not have that kind of energy, or she probably had not really watched Big Brother Naija properly. When you want to go for an exam and then you study hard, you study past questions. I feel like she did not study past questions, aka previous seasons of Big Brother Naija, because she would have learned a thing or two from shippers in the house. Yeah, which I am coming to. I'm going to talk about that one later. But in my opinion, as I said, Venus and BU, they would have been a power couple, but then Venus messed it all up. Yeah, because BU was obviously playing his part. He was completely sold out to the idea of being with Venus. Even outside the house, we can see the amount of energy he's putting into it. Yes, and to be very honest, even though they are having Instagram lives, even though they are hanging out together once in a while, people still do not trust Venus. That is the fact. People still do not trust Venus. People feel like there's this magnetism between Venus and Thembu that if kept in one room together, they might probably smash. So people still do not really trust Venus for BU. I don't know how it's going to work out in that corner, but it's absolutely none of my business. But moving on to the second couple that would have been a power couple. I'm talking about Terry and Vino. Now, this is what it is, right? People were pretty much excited. Number one, I was the most excited when Vino started making advances at Terry, when he was, kissing her neck, licking her skin, going all and all and on and on. Every time it's as if he wanted to swallow Terry. He was almost obsessed with Terry in that house, guys. To be very honest, I was that one person that first gave them a name. I called their name Tevi. Yeah, I called their ship name Tevi. I said I was pretty much excited about it. I wanted to see it grow. I wanted to see it bloom. However, they were not a power couple because they were not doing mostly what the viewing audience wanted to see. And I'll tell you why. So this is the trick, right? This is the trick about being a couple or having a ship in a show like Big Brother, whatever, Big Brother Mzansi or Big Brother Naija. And I'll use a particular one as an example. Take, for instance, the, what's it called? Look at the Emerald ship. Look at the Emerald ship. Why did people like them? People liked them because we don't know if they actually smashed in the house. We don't know if they had sex. I don't know. I was not inside the house, so I cannot say. But the fact that they were playing romance games up and down, this one was this one in the kitchen, this one would feed this one would do this one would do that, all those romantic things they used to do in the house, it worked for them. People liked it. Look at Mercy and Ike. They did the same thing. Once again, we don't know if they smashed in the house, but they had steamy moments in the bathroom, right? But why do people like them? People liked them because of how they were like, oh, you are the yin to my yang, right? You are the Bonnie to my Clyde. People liked them because they were actually playing that PDA thing a lot. And, to be very honest, when it comes to the viewing audience for Big Brother shows, trust me, sometimes I wonder how some people reason. Some people just want to see people being in love. For them, that's all the satisfaction they need. That's all the entertainment that they need. So Mercy and Ike, they really played that game very well, even though it was not real. And then who else? Kidwaya and Erica. They played it very well. Yes, obviously those ones they smashed endlessly. Like they smashed like it was no man's business. But besides them smashing properly, they also played the PA a lot. And people like to see that kind of thing. But with Terry and Vinyl, they tried a bit to play it, but I think they did not really play it the way the viewers would have really loved to see it work out. And again, Vinyl also spoiled it. How did he spoil it? He spoiled it by beginning to say nasty things about Terry to the likes of Libo and Temba. Yeah, he spoiled it by going ahead to tell them that, oh, Terry is not my type, blah, blah, blah. So whilst Terry is still on the front, was still playing the romance, Bino, even though he was still playing the romance, probably genuinely or not, people just felt like he was now being fake because Naimbo used his mouth to spoil everything. So people felt like, oh, he was using Terry. People felt like he was fake. And I also think Terry also spoiled it for them as well by the explanation she was giving sometimes to people that, oh, it is content. If you haven't you watched Big Brother Naija, when the camera is on the lovers that are kissing in the house, it is content. That was what she was always calling it to. And people want to see it is content. So people started thinking like, so you think we're actually stupid, Abby? When you want to kiss Vinyl, you want to make sure you kiss him when the camera is pointing on both of you. And see, this is the psychology of people who are shippers amongst the audience, amongst the viewing audience for Big Brother shows. They know that it's a game, but don't tell them that it's a game. They know that you are actually acting and playing romance, but don't tell them. They don't care. They don't want to hear it. They want to figure it out for themselves. They know that you are taking them on a ride. They know that you are lying to them about liking this person, about being in love with this person, about being obsessed, about being crazy about this person. But don't tell them. And even if other people in the house try to tell you otherwise, your ability to defend that game you call romance you are playing, it helps you to score more points with them. Yes. And I think that was what happened with Tattle and Gashwan. And coming to that one, yes, I know that the Tashwan fans, they are coming with their swords, their spears, with their daggers. They want to come and kill me. Calm down, calm down. You have your chance. Let me finish what I'm saying. But as I was saying, for Terry and Vinyl, as I said, Vinyl spoiled it. He used his mouth to kill that romance. He spoiled it. And the most annoying part was Jude was already up for nomination. Twice. And in those two periods, Jude was busy bad-mouthing Terry up and down. Oh, she's very loud. So she's very loud. But when it's midnight, you will kiss. Your fingers will be roaming around everybody's anatomy, somebody's daughter's anatomy. But she's not loud during that time, Abby. So it was very, very annoying. It was like just a mess, right? So it was not really a park kind of thing. And also, I feel like the fact that the couple, that's Terry and Vinyl, they decided to go private during the day with their relationship and then go public at night. It was just a very, very ridiculous idea. Like, come on, at least play your romance tea, play with each other, do whatever you want to do, do that kind of thing. People were actually liking it initially, but then much later, Brian started talking to Dolly about, Terry's a strategy in the house. Outside the house, I like women like you. I like women like Venus. I'm like, dude, you just killed yourself. And then he got evicted. And to be very honest, people actually think that Vinyl got evicted because Sister Mara swapped him and saved tools. But that's not true. In my opinion, I feel like people did not see the need to save Vinyl with their votes because they felt like he was actually using Terry to enhance his game in the house. And people were pretty much protective over Terry in the house. So that was how that's about to be power couple ship ended. Now, moving on to the last but not the least, but automatically the ultimate power couple of the season, I'm talking about Tattle and Gashwan. Let me drink water for this one because I know that a lot of people are going to be crying in the comment section. Let me just quickly drink water. Okay. So, in my humble opinion, I feel like I want to defend myself in court. Let me quickly read your comments before I come to what I want to say. Lucia said, these housemates now apologizing to one another left, right, and center, yet it was a game. I don't understand. Sis, even me too, I don't understand. Train Moffat said, yes, water is good for your health. Yes, sis. Hip to be said said, all the ships were for the cameras, of course. I mean, we know. Eva said, say it as it is, Glow. If we die, we die. Eva, you like violence. Oh, God. Frank Ekema said, Glory, I like the way you blush when you say smash it. Child, Jesus Christ. Please don't spoil me, I beg. I'm very innocent. Life update with T said, be very careful, Glory. Ah, my sister, you see the way I'm drinking water, I don't want to choke. Pearl said, okay, replying to Eva. Tembele said, the love I have for you. Thank you so much, love. Guys, don't mind me. I'm going to come and analyze this one. I'm trying to buy my time before some people eat me up. Virgo said, Vinyl's fault everything. I used to vote for that guy. Before that whole saga with Terry, of course, the guy really spoiled his game. Anyways, let me not waste much of your time. Let's quickly move on to the Tattle and Gashwan ship. First of all, from the perspective of one who has watched Big Brother Nigeria a lot, who has seen the beginning and the end of a lot of ships, who has also seen how only two, correct me if I'm wrong, but who has also seen how only two out of the numerous ships that has been tried to be birthed. God, is that English construction right? I feel like I just shot myself in the leg. Okay, from the perspective of someone that has witnessed on Big Brother Niger shows how numerous ships have been birthed and ended, and who has also seen how only two out of the numerous ships has actually successfully ended in marriage. Yes, I can confidently say that initially, when Tato and Gashwan started their ship in the house, to be very honest, guys, my total conclusion was this is another game. I use the past tense of was because, to be very honest, I don't know what's going on right now. Not like I'm actually interested. I'm not. The game is over. Everybody to your tent to Israel. I don't care what's going on outside the house. But whatever I'm saying is based on what I saw inside the house. In my honest opinion, what happened between Tato and Gashon in the house, for me, it was all games. And I'll tell you why I say so. Now, the reason I say so is this. What happened between Tato and Gashon in the house? It started off as a shock to a lot of the viewing audience. If we are going to be very honest with ourselves, I understand that a lot of you are fans and shippers of those two people, and it's fine. I mean, it's absolutely fine. It's allowed to love people and support them, go all out for them. But let's call a spade a spade. Yeah. I mean, the way their romance started, obviously, they had been friends in the house before, of course. I mean, there was the, what's his name? Norman, Yoli, sometimes Temba was in the mix in and out. There was also Tatu and Gashwan. Yes, they were all friends. They all had conversations together. Sometimes they cuddled together beneath the sheets, having midnight conversations. Sometimes during the day. Sometimes it seemed as though Norman was closer to Yoli. Sometimes it seemed as though Norman was closer to Tato. Sometimes it seemed as though Gershon was closer to Tato. Sometimes it seemed as though, they had this very interesting relationship dynamics amongst the four of them. And it was quite interesting to watch, yes. But then, that is the friendship. Talking about the actual romance, guys, let's think back to how the romance started, officially started. A lot of people think the romance started that Sunday when Tato did not go home, that she and Gashwan kissed in the garden. Let's be very honest with ourselves. That romance did not start in that garden with that kiss. No. What I saw, and please don't even come and try to argue with me because I have receipts, so please don't argue with me. Yes. What I saw was that the Sunday that Yoli was evicted from the house, that night, remember, Norman was also evicted that day. I think Vino was also evicted that day. I think BU was not evicted that day. Yeah, but three of them were evicted, right? That very night, Tato and Gashwan, it seemed as though they felt empty, like, oh, our friends have been evicted. What's her name? Tato at some point, accounting as it seemed as though the people that she held really dear to her, they were actually gone. So who was left for her to fall back on as a support system in the house other than Gashwan? who she has been close to in the house as friends. So they were having conversations that night. And then I don't know who requested for the massage or who offered to give the massage, but Tattle gave Yashwan a massage. She did, yes. I think I did a video about that. She gave Yashwan a massage. After the massage, they stayed in bed, and Gashwan started playing his games. You know, I'll kiss you, I will not kiss you. Oh, if you kiss me, oh, don't do this, oh, don't do that. That was the love play that started. Now, initially, it looked as though Tattle did not want it. Oh, don't kiss me if you kiss me. But she was in the bed with him. For me, I felt like, okay, that was the beginning of something. And a lot of people were actually disappointed if we are being honest with ourselves. I remember that very day on Twitter, people were asking questions. What's going on? What's going on between Tattle and Gashwan? What's going on? But let me not drag the story too long. They started whatever they started anyways. And the way they started it, guys, it became very suspicious to me. And you won't blame me because, of course, I've been watching Big Brother Nigeria for a long time. I've seen a lot of couple ships and whatnot. I've seen how they started. I've seen how they ended. I've seen how couples in Big Brother Nigeria look at the camera whenever they want to make any move. They want to be sure that the camera is on them before they do that spontaneous, that fake spontaneity that they want to display. I've seen that a lot. So you cannot deceive my eyes. You cannot deceive me. What I see, I see. You cannot come and tell me otherwise. So from what I had been seeing from Big Brother Nigeria, it seemed as though that was the exact same thing that I was seeing with Gashwan and Tattle. Although this is not to say that some of the things that they do in the house was actually fake. I'm not saying that everything they were doing in the house was fake. No. But I felt like the way it started, it was too quick. Yeah, it was too quick the way it started, and the way it continued. I'm wondering, like, what is the hurry? What is the rush? And guess what? They were actually playing the right script. Whatever it was, they were actually doing it the right way. Why? Because for the entire season, no couple had actually given that shipping audience what they craved for. The shipping audience, they were craving for an actual relationship. They were craving for an actual romantic relationship. And guess what? Gashwan and Tattle, they delivered. And they did well. They did the most. They performed well. They did well. Gashwan was playing the role of the perfect husband, or the perfect lover. He'll feed Tattle, he will give her attention, massage her leg. And to be very honest, Gashwan really did great. I mean, I must give him some Oscars awards or something. He really did great. He really took care of Tattle. I was impressed, to be very honest. I mean, the one person that really tried to impress me from Big Brother Nigeria was what's his name? Ozo. Ozo really tried. The way he was giving Nengi breakfast in bed. I said, now wow. And then Kid Wire also tried with Erica as well. Yeah, he tried. I mean, I've seen a lot of couple ships trying to do the most, but trust me, Gashwan and Tattle, they actually did more. They did the most, even though they did not smash. But they kissed and all that, and they did the most. So in my opinion, they were the power couple of the season because their union worked for them. At least one of them got to the finals, even though he did not win. But their union worked for them. I think that union also worked for Ozo and Nengi. Ozo was evicted the week before the finals, just like Tattle was evicted the week before the finals, and then Nengi made it to the finals, even though she did not win. You know, so it actually worked, and that is to tell you that sometimes when you're playing a script or when you're playing a game, even though you're playing your game, you do not need to tell the audience that you're playing your game. Make it look real, especially if it is a romantic sort. Make it look real, and you know, leave the rest to the shipping audience. They'll have your back. You know, but then also it also makes me wonder the category of people that actually, you know, call themselves shippers. It makes me wonder that you people lack romance in your own lives, that you get so excited when you see romance being displayed on shows like Big Brother. Like, why? What's the excitement about? Like, you don't know that sometimes these things are actually games, or I don't know, what is it? No, somebody is saying South Africans love ships. South Africans do not like ships more than Nigerians, my sister. I beg to differ. In South Africans, South Africans do not. Nah. But anyways, this is what I saw. I'm already seeing the comment. The comment is already bursting. There's Pearl. Pearl is saying, Glory, you are blinded. Dashawn wanted Tattle even when Yoli and Norman were there. Well, Pearl, trust me, you don't want to have this argument with me because I'm going to be asking you questions like, if Gashwan really wanted Tattle, why did he still go ahead to do what he did with Yoli? And then after doing that, waited for Yoli to be evicted and then jumped on to Tattle. Come on, we're not babies, okay? So if you want to argue with me, come strong and come correct. But that is what I'm going to say. I know that a lot of people are bursting right now to jump on here to have conversations with me. So you know what? You know what we're going to do? I'm going to drop the link in the comment section, all right? Those of you that want to come and defend or maybe refute or whatever, you just click on the link and join me. We'll talk about it. And then after this session, we'll now move on to talk about the best betrayals of the season. All right. Just give me 1 second. I am going to share the link right now. So, okay. So the link is there. If you have what you want to say, just click on that link and I will add you onto the live stream. You can come and defend. And I'm giving a special invitation to Pearl. Pearl, this particular link is a special invitation to you. Click on it and join me on here. Let's have a conversation. All right. I'd love to ask you a lot of questions. But whilst we are waiting for people that would like to come and join this live stream and talk, let me read some of your comments. Frank said, Nigeria, they create ships out of another ship. Macon said that ship was on way before Yoli left the house. Gashon wanted Tattle when Yoli was there. It's just that Tattle was not interested. Okay. Eva said, Glow Glow foresees the future. She says it's not genuine, then it's not. 1 year later, you will see. I'm not a soothsayer. Pearl said, I am confident about my information, Glory, because I watched it again in a public place, Glory. I can't join. Oh, okay, no problem. Guys, come on, click on the link and let's have this conversation. Hip to Saint said, you hit the nail on the head, they delivered. Of course they delivered, of course. Erica said, Gash and Tattle was strategy that went south and then in love. I actually, honestly, if you put it that way, I actually agree 100%. I actually agree. And listen, guys, let me just tell you guys the truth there. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, okay? You can meet love anywhere, right? You can find love anywhere. I mean, that's what people say. You can find love anywhere. So if you tell me that, okay, they started and probably was a strategy, and then they ended up falling in love. I mean, it's allowed, right? It's allowed. Erica, thank you for putting it that way for us. And then Eva said, everything about that couple was a no-no for me. I can't blame you. Meka said, leave Gash and Tattle alone, please. No, I'm not leaving them alone. Takeo said they were waiting for you to bounce. Who knows? A memory said, Tattle will try and validate everything, which made it boring. It was not even natural. Okay, so we have Precious here. Hi, Precious.
Hi, Glory.
Hello.
Hi, Glory.
How are you?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Well, not so great.
Not so great. What happened?
You know what happened, Glory?
I hope I'm not offending you. I hope I'm not offending you.
No, you're not at all.
Go ahead.
You know, yeah, no, obviously I'm going to say why I'm sad and then I'm going to move on and talk about the topic at hand. I'm sad because you know I'm a Mthembu fan, right? It's been a rough couple of days for me.
Yeah. I can relate. I can relate. Yeah.
So it's been a rough couple of days for me, but anyway, we move. I'm in the head WhatsApp group that is in charge of the fundraising and the gifts, and I'm happy with the progress. It's a little bit of a consolation prize, so nonetheless. But when we come into the topic of the day, Glory, what you said, your analysis are always correct for me, because like I said, I recognize myself as someone who's like you, who doesn't watch Big Brother for entertainment purposes, but also analyzes every single move and what strategies are at play. And I think the
Yeah.
problem why you have so many people who don't understand you, Glory, like who come and fight with you on social media, on Twitter space, is because people watch the show solely for entertainment purposes. They don't go beyond. So when you come with that angle where you're saying, but guys, look at this, analyze this. Did you see this? Look at the nitty-gritty of everything. They look at you like you're crazy. Like I don't
Yeah.
understand those people who feel Tash one was authentic from both sides. But I think Gash and Tato are just playing a script. There's no authenticity from both sides. I'm not saying Tato is more in love with Gash. I'm not saying Gash is more in love with Tato. It's all a script. I was watching a blogger a few days ago, and they said that what they hate about Big Brother is that it has become a marketing platform for housemates. It's no longer entertainment. I come in here, I think about what's going to happen after the show. So when Tato was hugging Gash at the finale, she was saying, book us already, book us both. She was already putting that out there that if the people are going to call them, they must call them together, they must book them. So this whole thing is for what is my brand after the show. It's no longer, guys, are we entertaining you? Am I really in love? Does he really make me angry? No, it's about how is it gonna look in terms of the brand.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, Precious? You know
Yeah.
what, Precious? When I hear people like you speak, I am so grateful because it's really rare to find people that watch shows like this non-sentimentally. I mean, we are humans, right? So it's not to say that we don't get carried away by our
Mm.
emotions once in a while when we watch the show. But then, as you rightly said, if you watch the show from the angle of wanting to analyze events that you see, trust me, there are a lot of things you're going to be seeing that people who watch it in their feelings will not be seeing. And trust me, you're absolutely correct. I mean, take for instance, look at Mercy and EK. They did all the marketing stunts and all of that, but the thing did not work out. And it was very obvious. And trust me, when you see a relationship that is actually genuine, right? One that I would mention is Kathy and Gedoni. They were lost. They were lost in love. I'm telling you. I saw that was the Pepe Gang series. They were
Mm.
lost in love. There was nothing like,
Yes.
oh, looking at the camera. They were so lost in their relationship, in their romance, that they were literally, they could not wait for lights out. They were literally doing things beneath the shit. And even when people were,
Yeah.
what happened? A department in London, the police department in London, even when they were querying her and all of that, she still did not care. You know, I mean, for me, that was a genuine
Yeah.
enough romance.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were sold out. They were
Yes.
sold out. Bam
Mm.
Bam and Teddy Lee. Someone was saying that, oh, Glory, you castigated Bam Bam and Teddy Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, Bam Bam and Teddy Lee season, I did not analyze it. So please, I don't know what people are talking about. I didn't analyze that season. So I can only speak for the one that I actually watched and witnessed. Kathy and Gedoni's romance. It was real. Although at some point it felt as though Gedoni was trying to play with Benita, but then he came back to Kathy. And look at where they are now. I hope that they are happily married. Of course, they are trying so
Yeah.
hard to take away their privacy from the internet, and they are doing well. But these other sheep that I have been seeing, the moment they start looking at the
Mm.
camera, you've lost me. It's no longer genuine. It's fake, in my opinion. I mean, I just see a script being played out. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. No, they're taking out the fun of it, Glory. They're taking out the fun of it, and for us, it's For the public who still are not in the know or who watch for the entertainment purposes, fine, let them think it's a ship and let them enjoy what they need to enjoy. But for us, it's really not great anymore. Like, you are killing a show. Big Brother used to be a show where people didn't care that the cameras were on them; they would play out. And you're absolutely right about the genuine. If you're genuine, it's going to show. With Bam Bam and Teddy, I'm just going to add one thing. Teddy cried when Bam Bam was evicted, sobbed. With Fraud and who's this girl? Who's this girl he was chasing?
Esther,
I
Esther,
forgot her name. But the girl that Fraud was chasing, when she
Esther.
Esther, when she said no to Fraud, he sobbed like a little baby. He was not
Yeah,
afraid that people are going to say you are a mumu, whatever, because it was genuine feelings. It was Esther or nothing. Same with
yeah,
Ogo. Those are the real ships. When Tato was evicted, that thing was happening to Geshwan. Absolutely. And I know we don't express things the same way, but I know that Dash one is a softie because he cried when he got the message from home. So if the
yeah,
feelings were deep and they were invested as they say they were, it would have hit differently. He was busy in the kitchen a few minutes after Tato was gone, talking nonsense, whatever, as if nothing had happened. Guys, if something is genuine, there's a spark, there's something that shows. It was not genuine, it was just played out. It's just played out. Hi, Gloria, but what are we going to say? I keep on saying every year, I'm not going to watch the next year, and here I am. I always say that I say I'm tired, but when it comes, here I am. And I look at your analysis as well, and I watch your videos, and then it's addictive, even though now it's lost its oomph. It's still addictive. I don't know how to explain it. It's lost its oomph, its originality, but it's just so addictive.
thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much.
Thank
Listen,
you,
I
Gloria.
really appreciate
I
your
said,
honesty.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay, Gloria.
honestly, I
Sorry, before I
appreciate.
leave.
Go ahead. Go
Yes, Gloria,
ahead.
continue.
Oh, I was saying that I appreciate your honesty, your rawness. Thank you.
Okay, no, it's a pleasure, Gloria. I'm like that, and you must know, Glory, that even when sometimes I disagree with you, because I have been a viewer of yours, like I said, for a while. Even if I sometimes disagree, I'm like, no, let's agree to disagree. It's not where now I'm going to put it up in my feelings and say, oh, stop following Gloria, shut down the channel, blah blah blah. We are allowed to disagree, guys. I don't understand what is this thing that is going around that if you don't agree with me, then you need to be cancelled. That is absolute bull dust. I think we need to stop that. We can disagree, guys. It is okay for us to disagree. Do not go into our DMs and call us names. Guys, come on. We are adults. Disagreeing is actually very good for you guys, okay? Don't be too emotional in these tweets. These people don't even know that we exist. Now I don't sleep because of Temba, but he doesn't even know that I exist. Now I must go on somebody's inbox and then tell them A, B, C, and D. No, guys, let's just be adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gloria, we'll be with you. We'll support you. Can't wait for BB Niger and to join you
Yeah.
again on the Saturday talks. Thank you for having me, Glory.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Precious. Thank you so much, Precious. Listen, guys, listen. Precious's submissions just made my day. It just made my day because it's quite interesting when people don't really understand the meaning of perspective. I always say this when I give an analysis and I say that okay, this is what I saw while watching the show. Come and tell me what you saw. I call it my perspective. I do not tell you that, oh, you must swallow what I say, hook, line, and sinker, right? But then most people, they just get in their feelings. Like Pearl is obviously doing in the comment section right now. Pearl is losing her shit, going on and on about this and that. Pearl, calm down, take a chill pill. It's not that deep, okay? But really, guys, if you have anything otherwise to say, click on the link to join me. I'm seeing some of you right now waiting to be added to this live stream. Please put on something to cover yourself, all right? Because you're coming on a public platform. So put on something to cover yourself, all right? I'm bringing on the next person here. Hi, I'm fine. So your audio is not that great. Do you want to adjust it so we can hear you? Can you hear me now? No, it's not that great. Even now? No. Do you have your headphones? Do you have your headphones? Okay, so you know what? Just go ahead and sort that out, and when you are done, you can come back and I'll add you. Anyways, guys, I want to continue with my conversation about the best betrayals of the season. So, if you have anything to say about the power couples and relationships, whatever, this is the time for you to click on that link and join me, and let's have that conversation. Okay, Zaria. Hello. Uh, Okay, guys, let me just continue with my conversation. When Zaria has been able to fix her audio, then she'll probably come back. All right. Um. Okay, so we have someone else here. Let me add this person. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Gloria.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And how are you?
I'm doing great. Where are you joining from?
South Africa.
What? Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome, Mike.
Yeah. How are you
Okay,
doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing great. I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm doing well as well.
That's nice. Okay, so share with us your perspective about the power couples of the season.
Well, the power couples of this year, season 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the couples were head drama, right? They brought some heat into the house, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
at some point it was competitions. Some will try to compete with some others just to, I don't know, for some it was strategies. You might never know, different strategies to just win the whole competition and such. So
Yeah.
some plays it worked for some, but for some
Yeah.
it just didn't work
Yeah.
pretty much. So I think this was what I saw.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you very much. I like how you put it. How did you even put it? You said it was a competition, and honestly, it was a competition. You're right because I remember what people complained about Libo. You know, when there was still an item in the house that whenever Libo saw Terry and Vinyl kissing, that is when he would want both of
Yes,
them to couple and cuddle. It was quite hilarious to hear her say that. Yeah, but then Libo
yeah,
was kind of disputing that nah, that was not the case. But then I saw the competition. I saw the competition. Everybody wanted to own somebody or belong to someone. It was quite
the
interesting.
pressure.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you
thank you,
very
Mike.
much.
All
Thanks,
right,
thanks.
bye.
Uh,
Bye. Okay, guys. You know what? Let me just continue with the conversation. Mama is asking for Dupe. So Dupe did not watch this Bbmzansi season 3. That is why she has not really been joining the live stream to discuss, but she's actually on the live stream watching as we speak. All right. So she watches, but she does not really discuss or air her views, and that is because she did not watch this season. She could not watch it. All right. She's been really busy. Anyways, moving on to the best betrayals of Big Brother Mzansi season 3. I'm going to start with the betrayal that happened between Sister Mara versus Terry versus Vinyl. To be very honest, I tagged that a best betrayal because it was a game. It was part of the game. Sister Mara was officially the first housemate that completely betrayed a close friend, all for the game. And unlike before, I would be very upset. But guys, to be very frank with you, I was not in any way upset. I was not angry. I was actually excited that yes, this is one person that at least played the game without sentiments. This is one person that actually plays the game without thinking that, oh, they are going to offend their friend or not. Because they recognize the fact that, oh, yes, I came to this house alone. I am going to walk out of this house with the 2 million alone. I came to compete, and whatever happens, everybody's going to be playing the selfish game at the end of the day. So I was really excited that Sister Mara did that. As a matter of fact, a lot of people were actually excited that he did what he did, right? he nominated Terry twice, and then aside nominating Terry, Vino, Terry's lover, who was not up for eviction, was sitting down, and then he saved tools and then swapped tools with Vino. That was the biggest betrayal ever. Imagine someone putting their best friend on the chopping block and then putting their best friend's lover to be killed, to be eliminated. Like the guy just went, like Sister Mara went from 0 to 100. I don't know how many of you remember how Sister Mara was when he got into the house. Remember, he was the first person that was introduced into the house that season. When he got into the house, when people will be talking, they'll be talking about themselves. Sister Mara was very, very shy, still in the box, very, very self-conscious, did not really want to spill much because his confidence level was not really there at all. And if you ask me, I will beat my chest and say 100% that Terry, to some extent, aided Sister Mara in boosting his confidence in that house, to be very frank with you. Their relationship, their friendship was 100%. And there was one housemate that actually mentioned during their diary session that when they knew they got into the house, for the first 3 days, Sister Mara was very, very self-conscious about showing his face to the rest of the housemates without makeup. So very early in the morning, he felt like Sister Mara would, splash on a bit of color here and there, makeup here and there, and try to just comport himself. But then as time went on, after the first week, he became very, very free, very, very confident. And I feel like he owes Terry a part, like some gratitude, some level of gratitude for that growth, for that relaxation, for that freedom. Yes. But then that betrayal happened, and guys, to be very honest, I was actually happy because honestly, I was scared that these two people are actually best friends like this. It's gonna go two ways. One person is gonna get to the finals, and one person is going to end up getting evicted, or one person is going to end up becoming the target. Yes, that was the way I saw it. But then it did not really work out that way for both of them because Sister Mara wisened up soon enough and played his game. But what now really upset me with Sister Mara was after doing what he did, going around and trying to validate what he did with very, very stupid excuses. I just felt like those excuses, they just completely watered down the magnificent game he played. I was just very disappointed. Like, why are you explaining yourself? You owe nobody any explanation. At the end of the day, every single housemate will eventually exercise their nominations rights. It's a right that every single housemate in Big Brother has to nominate their fellow housemate. Although in this season of Big Brother that just ended, it was a thing that the head of house and the deputy had, a sole privilege that they had for I think at least 3 weeks. But then afterwards, everybody had the right to nominate a fellow housemate. So I was really disappointed in Sister Mara, but aside my disappointment, I felt like Sister Mara played the best betrayal of the season. Now, the second best betrayal of the season for me was Tools versus Sister Mara. So everybody was expecting that, oh yeah, because Sister Mara actually saved Tools, Tools should actually reciprocate the gesture. But guess what? The games master himself decided that hell no, I am not saving you. I'm actually saving Terry. And that sent Sister Mara into a very, very dark place. Even though he wanted to pretend and act like he wasn't really bothered, he was actually very bothered. Because on that particular Saturday night, he was actually tipsy. And then you know what they say about people who are drunk, who are tipsy? They go ahead to say everything in their mind. It was wild. It was wild. But I actually enjoyed that betrayal. Yes, because I felt like, yes, Tools did the right thing. I was happy that Tools did that because I wanted Sister Mara to have a taste of his own medicine. Although it was quite fortunate that he was not evicted that day. I think that was the Sunday that he and Tattle were actually safe from eviction. I can't remember if Abadini was also up that day, but at least he had a taste of his own medicine. All through the week, he was pretending that he was okay. He was pretending that he wasn't really bothered. But then guess what? When reality dawned on him on Friday and Saturday that, oh my God, I just might be evicted at this point, he started showing his other side, getting very upset, using some very, very curse words, huge curse words on Tools. And even though Tools was also tipsy, trying to defend himself, guys, for me, my happiness was that I was able to see through all of that facade that Sister Mara was actually putting up and displaying all through the week. So for me, that was the second best betrayal. The third best betrayal, I call it a best betrayal, although it actually upset me a lot. And I was actually irritated at that level of betrayal. But it was still a best betrayal because it actually works in the favor of the person who executed it at the end of the day. It's the betrayal between Gashwan and Yoli. Yes. Oh yeah, oh, Pearl, go crazy. I know you're already doing that in the comment section below. Just go crazy more. Listen, guys, I call it the best betrayal because even though what Gashwan did, I was just very disappointed, because everybody has been talking about tattoo, but Lopo has not really talked about what Gashwan did. So let's have that conversation now. So Gashwan did whatever he did with Yoli. He said a lot of things to Yoli. Oh, I like you. I see myself with you. I want us to do something outside the house. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Said a lot of things. Made a lot of confessions about what he wanted to do with Yoli. And then, of course, the midnight shenanigans that happened. And then the very evening, very Sunday evening that Yoli was evicted, Gashwan did not waste time in jumping into bed with Tattle. For me, I see that as a very huge betrayal. But I call it a best betrayal because it actually worked for Gashwan. Now, guys, let's be very, very honest. Let's be very, very honest. I know that Gashwan has been up for eviction or had been up for eviction a number of times from week one. But if you want to be very honest with yourself, you will agree with me that him going into a relationship or a situationship with Tattle also played to his advantage. Yes, initially people were upset about it, to be very honest. But when he started playing all of that, my wife, my soulmate, my this, my that, I want to marry you, we'll have kids, all those marital vows and all those things, people started liking it and people were entertained. Not everybody, because there were those people that found it boring. I found it boring to some extent because I felt like it was too repetitive. Yes, but there were those people, the Shippers Council, they really liked it because they were richly entertained. And they also contributed to Gashwan's votes. I listened to a particular Twitter space and someone said, and Gashwan, when you started getting nominated, it was only me and 5 other people that were voting. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you freaking serious, ma'am? Because come on, if that person is saying that it was only 5 of them, 10 of them, and then their own Gashwan group that were voting, then to mean that it's only maybe 1 million people that have been voting for Gashwan, which is absolutely false. Because trust me, sis, don't you know that South Africa was not the only country that was watching Big Brother in Mzansi? There were people from Nigeria, there were people from Botswana, there were people from other African countries who were watching. Seriously? Anyways, so as I said, I called it a best betrayal because it worked in his favor. It got him more fans. That's the Shippers. It got him more votes, him and Tattle, because both of them, they stayed in the house. Yeah, when Tattle would be up for eviction, she did not go anywhere. But then I think what actually got Tattle evicted was because she was up against very, very strong people. Now you cannot contest that. She was up against very, very strong people. If she was up against people who did not really have a huge following, then she probably would have made it to top 5. But she was up against very, very strong people. So in my opinion, that was another best betrayal that happened in the house. Yes, he took away sentiment. Should I say, considering the fact that, oh yes, I am not married to Yoli yet, or probably never will be married to Yoli. I do not owe Yoli any form of loyalty because this is a game after all. And then he went after Tattle, and it worked for both of them. Which brings me to my next and final best betrayal. Yes, next betrayal is between Tattle and Yoli. Guys, no matter what you say, I don't know, I will still see what happened between Tattle and Yoli Tattle and Gashwan as a betrayal to Yoli. I don't know. But I'm going to leave it right there because I have someone interesting that's going to be joining us right now. Hi, Latricia. Hello. You're welcome.
Thanks, Lori.
First off, I want to apologize. You've been waiting for a bit. I just needed to quickly round up what I was explaining so that you can come and we can have a rich conversation. So you're welcome once again.
Oh, thanks, my dear.
Yes. So, Latricia, spoil us. Give us information. What do you want to share with us? About the power couples, about the best betrayals. Which one do you want to start with?
Let me go into the power couple thing. That's what drew my attention actually. Before I go to power couple, I want to say Big Brother, it doesn't matter which country, but Big Brother, it's a reality show, it's not scripted. I wish the people who go in there, I'm not saying they don't understand it, but I'm getting a feeling that they go in there wanting to act. They don't go in there to be themselves. I don't know.
Latricia, your line is breaking. Can you hear us? Hello, Latricia. We can't really hear you, but can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Now I can see you and I can hear you.
Okay. Please continue.
Yes, I'm saying the housemates, maybe it's as a result of them watching the previous Big Brother shows. They tend not to be really themselves when they get there. They come there and they are careful, and that is not what we are expecting from them as viewers. That is not what we want to see as viewers. Oh my God.
Okay, hello, Latricia. Hello, Latricia.
Yeah.
Let me make a
Yes, I can
suggestion.
hear you.
Okay, let me make a suggestion.
Okay.
I think you should switch off your video and use just your audio. Let's see if your network quality will improve because we can't see you clearly, we can't hear you clearly. So switch off your video and then continue with just your audio. All right?
Yeah, because you are also not clearly audible. I can't hear you as well, but
Okay, you know what? Let me remove you and add you again. All right? So I'm going to add you again now, but when I add you, okay. So, Letitia, I'm going to add you right now. All right?
okay.
Oh, this is perfect now. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Oh, I was still saying the housemates that go into Big Brother, it's as if they come there being careful and having the do's and don'ts, which I don't think they give them because this is a reality show. You don't have to act or anything. But in most of the things, yes, they do give us their reality because it's impossible to act all the way without a script. But you can tell that some of the things is either they are scared to do them or they do them and they want to justify it. Let me start with Tattle and Keshwan. You could tell how often Tattle was trying to convince
I don't know what's up with Latricia's network. Latricia, I'm going to add you again right now. Your network just scrambled up. If you can join us right now again, please join. She's actually making a very, very valid point. Guys, this conversation is for everybody, okay? I'm going to share the link right now. If you want to join and have this conversation, please go ahead and do so, all right? Okay, I've just shared the link right now again. If you want to join this conversation, go ahead, click on that. Latricia, if you can join us back, please, I'll very much appreciate it. Latricia was making a very, very valid point. I was actually waiting to hear her hit the nail on the head. So, yeah, but on what Patricia was saying, actually like what she was saying, yeah, most of the people that actually participate in Big Brother, whether Big Brother Nigeria or any other Big Brother show, I think she's right. They are so most of them they are so very conscious. Yes, they want to impress and sometimes they want to validate most of the things they do, forgetting that okay, it's a reality TV show. And most of them they keep saying, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. What the hell does be yourself even mean, if I may ask? Can someone truly define be yourself? So someone comes into the house and they play a game of betrayal, they play a game of manipulation, and then they say it is me being myself. Anyways, let me pause. Patricia is back. I think that's another question that we should be answering. Hi, Patricia.
Yes, Chloe.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is
Is it
better.
better now? Am
Yes,
I
yes,
audible?
yes.
Okay. No, I was still
Okay.
saying, the housemates now recently, they are no longer giving us, like those housemates of the Big Brother Africa before. They were like, you could tell that they forget that they are being watched all the time and all that. So, and the moment they make us realize that they are aware that they are being watched, they are careful about this, and they don't know that when they start being careful, they are denying us those things that we want to get from them. Let me say, like your relationships, when they limit themselves and all that, is not what we want to see. You see, them not being sure. When the girls are saying no and the boy is behind you and all those things, but you still want him to be with you, but you're saying you're not sure. When he is with other girls, you are jealous. Okay, maybe we are enjoying that as well, but we wish we could see the reality. Even if the relationship doesn't work outside, it's okay. I mean, they were in a game. They must focus on telling themselves that we are in this world for this moment. Let me enjoy it while it lasts. Not to
Exactly.
think of the outside, what is going to happen outside. Even if outside it doesn't work, it was the if it's a relationship of the house, it was meant for the house. That is the attitude I would have if I go to such a reality show, to say whatever that happened in the house, it was meant for the house. If it didn't work outside, I mean, we are no longer in the house. That means it was for the house, you see. So it is okay, but at least you would have given the people what they wanted. And for them, they just don't know that it is what we want, and we just tend to just love them and become their faves, you see. And once there is one relationship, then we're focusing on one relationship, it ends up being boring, like Geshwan and Tattle. Everything that they were doing was too much for me. I'm sorry for their fans, but their relationship, it was not spontaneous. You could tell that their thing is not spontaneous. For me, it was not spontaneous. You could tell that it's a thing of once they see themselves together, they remember that we must kiss. There is cameras, by the way. Let's kiss. You see, it was too much kissing, too much everything. No. I just didn't like it. But anyway, okay, for Terry and who's this guy? And Vino. Terry and Vino. I also liked it, but then, as a girl, I wish Terry was listening. But I think she is that girl. Yes, she is loud by birth. There's nothing that she can do about that. She's not my fave, but the poor girl is loud by birth. So if you like her, you must like her with a loudness. Yes, she has a weak point of not listening to people when they talk. That one, it can be corrected. You can sit me down, Glory, and say to me, Latricia, learn to listen and respond after. Learn to give other people a chance and allow them to take a stand and talk, and then after that you can make a comment. Those are the criticisms that can be taken positively, and I correct myself. But me being loud, Glory, no, don't do that. I was born like that. That's me. You understand? So that is the part that I did not like about Vino, complaining about her being loud. Take it or leave it, Baba. I'm loud. This is who I am. You would rather say to me, you talk too much. That talking too much, I might just limit the talking. That no, stop talking to this one and this one, and not necessarily to choose people, but then to stop being too forward or whatever. Those are the things that can be corrected. But then to say Terry is too loud, no, that is an unfair comment. Maybe because I'm also loud. That's why I tell a guy, take it or leave it. I'm this person, I'm loud. And I talk. You understand? Take it or leave it. What I can promise you, I will talk sense into you. So, but I stand for correction. I'm a human being. There are things that can be corrected. So Vina there and there, it was unfair for me. It was as if he's not proud of who she is, but you must love me for me, not for someone else. Don't expect me to be a model. I'm not. I'm me. I'm Latricia. It's me. Take it or leave it. And for what's the other relationship? The BU and you know where there is Venus. Venus. I would. Maybe we should just justify her because she's a woman and say maybe it was out of frustration. Taking it from what Themba said. You remember after Venus left, the Themba was explaining their first kiss, that he saw Venus kissing BU on that spot. And when BU was evicted, from that beginning of the week, it was his target that he wants to take Venus on that same spot. And he knows what to do. He must lift her up. As BU did. That one, he said it. You go and check you and rewind you and whatever. In the catch up, you will see. Yeah, he did say that. So he caught it worked to his advantage because he caught Venus in that moment where I think on Saturday plus the alcohol, Venus maybe she was missing BU a lot. But then some people will say she was losing everything. Shit, we don't know what is happening in there. Maybe it's frustration. Maybe a week feels like a year to them. You see? So she already felt that BU is long gone, maybe. We don't know until we hear her side of the story. But hey, she was giving us drama, that one. Then the following day, she doesn't remember. She remembers. That tells us that the alcohol was giving her the strength to do it, but then now alcohol is out, it's in the morning. She has to say, I remember everything except the kiss. You understand? It is also human. It was her way maybe of saying I'm defending myself, but no. She was really out of hand. I want to say it. I never thought BU will take her back. I wasn't expecting it because in the manner that she behaved, yes, she was giving us content. It was fun and all that, but then it didn't show the genuine thing about her with BU because she showed some remorse. She was better than Geshwan. Geshwan did not show any remorse when Tattle left, even though it was only a week and then he knew that he's going to see her. But a week must feel like a year, knowing that this people
was gone.
Yeah, every corner, everywhere you were seeing her, and then now all of a sudden that person is gone. He didn't show any remorse or any, not necessarily remorse, but the sense of loss. You understand? But so I don't know how true that is, but I'm doubting their relationship. I'm really doubting it. All these relationships that we got this season 3, they were not. For me, it was a game, and okay, it's fine. We appreciate it, but there was nothing genuine.
And you know, Lucia, you know, it's quite interesting because people watch these things, and when you make comments, they think you are being jealous. They think you are a hater of love, and you're wondering like, what is there to hate? I mean, it's like you watching a show blindly. You're seeing things clearly, right? And there was something you mentioned before you went off the first time. You know, when they started, and Tattle was constantly validated. You know, at every point in time, she would be reminding Gashwan, you know, I felt like she was indirectly reminding us to do as well. You remember in first week, Gashwan liked me, or you remember it was me. Remember you cared about me. For me, I felt like, girl, do you play your game, have your fun,
Yes.
enjoy your relationship. You don't have to explain anything to anybody. Just do you. You know, I think that was the point where I personally really got tired because I felt like, no, I'm not perfect, but I don't want to be in a relationship where under public scrutiny, I constantly have to be explaining why I am in a relationship with that person. It's no longer a relationship, it's now like a job. It's now like a job. You constantly have to prove yourself that yes, you are capable and you deserve to be happy. Because it was obvious that whatever she was doing with Gashwan, she was happy. But it was quite difficult for people to even know what was in Gashwan's mind. Because the way he was, his countenance, you know, this guy has this poker face, this interesting face. You can never read what is in his mind with the expression that he has on his face. You can never know. So whilst he was doing his rigmarole with Yoli, it was almost the same thing. Oh, I like Yoli. I want to do this with Tattle. Tattle is part of my strategy. And then with Tattle, he made sure he did not mention anything about Yoli. Like, I just felt like the guy was just so smart and strategic the way he played it. you know. But for me, I just felt like this is how you're doing this thing and you're obviously enjoying yourself. Enjoy it. Stop
Yes.
explaining. But the explanation just kept coming and coming and I say, no, I'm done. I am had I've had enough. Yeah, I mean it's exhausting to be honest.
Yeah, she really showed an element of regret or an element of realizing that, hey, I messed up here. And what they also need to understand in a reality show, once you are going on public, that is my understanding. You must know that there will be people who will like you. And equally so, there will be people who will not like you. Not because there's anything wrong with you, but because, let me make an example with a pastor, né? A preacher, someone who is preaching. This preacher might preach in a way that glory, when you listen to the person, you feel that this person is judging, is criticizing, and all that. And that feeling that you're having, I could be feeling that this person is telling us the truth. So that's why it will be important for you to move to another pastor. You see, and if you don't like him, I shouldn't say to you, but why are you leaving? I must not blame you for saying he's criticizing and all that. That is your opinion. That is how you processed everything that he said. So equally so as they normally drag you and say you said this and what they've been doing that from other shows. I know that I've been following you then, but it's simply because some people tend to fail to understand. You are just analyzing, and you always make it a point that it is my view. This is how I view it. And you open it for anyone to come and disagree with you and agree with you. I sometimes have disagree with you as well. I sometimes say, no, Glory, on that one I agree with you, but on the last part, I don't agree with you. And it's because, like the other lady said, we agree to disagree. That is how it should be. And that's what makes the conversation to flow. Because if we can agree on everything, it will not, I will not benefit anything from this conversation. You will not benefit anything. Even the viewers, the people who are watching, they will not benefit anything. So that is the thing. Once you are in the house and you want to be that person, the housemate who will be loved by everybody, then you have a problem. You are in the wrong show. You must know that you will be dragged. Even a president, not everybody likes the president. Not everybody. But it doesn't change the fact that he is a president. Some rules that they will put, the constitution and whatnot, not everybody likes them, but they are binding to us as citizens. You understand? So that is where the problem is. Tattle was trying to prove a point, and before she even knew what is happening on the outside, that means her conscience was talking to her.
Yeah. True. I mean, see, that was one thing that actually really convinced me that Tato was fully aware of what she was in and what was going on. Because the truth is, you are human and you are smart, you are sensitive, right? When you get into a situation, obviously, you will definitely feel a certain kind of way if you know you are doing the right thing or if you know you're not really doing the right thing. I felt like she knew that eyebrows were going to be raised the moment she gave in to whatever Gashon wanted and they started. And that was why she was in doubt a lot. That was why she was constantly trying to validate, to explain. But then the interesting thing about that dynamic was that Gashon did not care. And the reason he did not care, that was what was scaring me. I was scared for Tattoo. That was what was scaring me because for me, I felt like this guy just obviously played two women. The fact that he is not expressing any form of remorse, it should scare Tattoo. Do you understand? And this is not me trying to shame Gashwan. Guys, please don't take this the wrong way. But for someone who already has two kids or more, I don't know how many, from two different women, that is his reality outside the house, right? And then inside the show, he did something with, he tried to get on with two friends, right? He spoke to Tato, I like you. Tato was not interested. He went and spoke to Yoli. And then when Yoli asked him, oh, why did you talk to Ya and Tato? He didn't tell me you talked to Diallo. And Tato said, oh, I wanted to use Tato to play my strategy. It is you I actually like. And then Tattle had Yoli had a conversation with Tattle, and Tattle was like, "Oh, she's not really interested." And Tattle moved on to whoever, was it Tools or whoever. And then Yoli was like, "Okay, she's going to see how things are going to work out between herself and Gashwan." And then she stayed with Gashwan, and then they did something one night, they did something another night,
2 nights,
and then
yes.
Gashwan was twice. And then immediately after Yoli is out of the picture, Gashwan jumps onto Tattle again. Come on, it's open for questioning.
That's why I'm saying, yeah, when it comes to that one also, the person, let me be direct, I'm open for that. The person who is on the wrong on this one, it was Geshwan. That was unfair what he did, considering the fact that he knows that the show will end and they will have to go outside. Geshwan knows how deep they did things with Yoli, Geshwan, but he still goes ahead. Sometimes we need to also blame the men. He still goes ahead and pursue Thando. You understand? Instead of saying, let me put it this way: when Libo, for example, and Mpo were starting, their things were scattered and all that. Libo was starting to be more close to Terry, and Vino was out at the time. And yes, Vino was close to Libo, but Libo never even tried to pursue Terry. You understand? I'm not saying he's an angel, Libo, but that shows that a person understands that, okay, I tried to pursue someone, it was toxic or it didn't work or whatever the reason they stopped, it's okay, but then now I'm focusing on the game. You see? So it's even worse with Geshwan, knowing that these two people were close. And he knew that they were, what he was doing with Yoli, we can say it was intimate, because he was touching, I don't know where, there was a blanket. It was being intimate. Then how does Yoli feels now outside? She was on national TV. Then the next thing, same night that she leaves, last night they were fingering her or whatever. And then that happens. I mean, honestly, in all honesty, Tato doesn't know that. That's why I'm saying on this one, I'm blaming Geshwan. Because Tato doesn't know that she was not invited to that fingering touching part. You understand? So I blame Geshwan, considering and knowing what he was doing. For a woman to allow you to touch you to that level, that is serious. And then for you to do that afterwards, it's like when you are going to disclose it, to say we did this and this and this. It is also because we take it as private as women. Let it be me, the woman, maybe who discloses it, maybe to my best friend. You understand? So just like as Pere did, we don't know how true that is when he said he was fingering Maria and what. That was unfair. I loved Pere, but what he did, it was unfair and very stupid. Because if they did it, yes, they did it. But then why must he take it out? And more especially considering the fact that they're on national TV. Yes, in his mind, maybe he thought he's messing up her relationship outside so that they can be together. But then he forgets that he's painting Maria with a paint as well. You see? So on this one, I blame Geshwan. Geshwan was the one who was supposed to be considerate and mindful and thought for Yoli, at least. To say, I was touching this woman and all that. And I didn't like that guy, what he did.
Do you even know what pained me? I didn't even want to touch this, but let me just go ahead and touch it. What even pained me, and I call this a huge betrayal, even though you worked in his favor in the game. That night, the night before Yoli was evicted, did you see Gashwan begging Yoli, apologizing? Remember, Yoli wanted them to spend time together talking about the future, like, oh, in case I am evicted, what will be the way forward for our relationship outside the house? Gashwan was busy settling whatever quarrels with Nali. And Yoli had gone to call this one. And listen, see, and this is very interesting. You see that point? That was where people were actually supposed to understand that this is Gashwan. This is Gashwan. Gashwan is a proud South African man. He does not like to be told what to do by a woman. But when it comes to a game, dude does not mind becoming the puppet to win the 2 million rand. Because at that point in time, there was a switch in Gashwan's personality. You've been telling Yoli, I like you, and then you realize that, oh, there's a possibility that this person might be evicted. Let me start moving away from this person. So Yoli called him, he refused to go. And then when he finally landed on Yoli's bed, we did not see the beginning of that conversation, but where we started from was Gashwan seriously begging Yoli. And Yoli was saying, no, I'm done, this, that. And Gashwan was begging and apologizing and cajoling Yoli. And then they ended up doing what they did. And then afterwards, Gashwan went to his bed. And then Tools came to join Yoli in her own bed, and Yoli was interceding on behalf of Tattle. That, oh, Tools, I don't like what you're doing to my friend Tattle. And they had a lengthy conversation. That conversation continued till I think about 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning. They did not really sleep. So
Mm.
something happened. Gashwan showed that, okay, this is who I am. I don't answer to a woman. But the moment Yoli was out of the house, we saw another kind of Gashwan. The one that is very, very humble to a woman. The one that
Mm.
is ready to make breakfast for a woman. The one that is ready to be very, very just submissive and all of that. Honestly, I was asking myself, if you did not really like Yoli, why were you begging her? Why did you want
Yes.
to stay alone? You know, it didn't really make sense to me.
I remember that begging. It was so. To me, it was genuine. He went to her, begged her. Yoli was resistant. He was begging. I remember you even made a thing for it the following day and said, "Yo, beg one is a man. Geshwan is a man. He can beg." He begged her and convinced her and apologized, very humble and all that. And then the next thing he's doing this. Mm-mm. No, guess one for me. Not on. Not for me. Not for me.
Honestly, Joshua completely. There's someone here. Let me try and see if we can have that. Hi, Zara or Zaria.
Hi guys.
Oh, this is
Hi.
better now. Your audio is better. You're welcome.
Okay. I had to fix it real quick. My only like comments with Gashwan and Tato. I think if I had any doubts, it was a strategy on both ends. I think that doubt was brought to like a halt on the eviction day. Yeah, eviction
Can
day.
you put your gadget
Um,
close to your mouth because it's fading off and on?
can you hear me?
Oh yes.
Okay, so if I had any doubt in my mind that it was a strategy, well, I don't know what that ship was called, but yeah, that was a whole strategy. On the finale, I think Lawrence had asked Gash what was the highlight of his highlight of the show. It's the way he said it was getting Miss Immaculate, and like if you saw his face, you could tell this guy had written it out in his head what he was going to say. It was like Ramsey Noah telling Jackie Appiah he loves her in a movie. It was so staged, so scripted. Like that was when I just knew that this guy is a smooth criminal. And like the previous, I think it was Precious, had said um, that even Tato was saying book me. That also, like even before I saw it from Tato's end, I could tell from Gashwan just when he said it was trying to get Miss Immaculate over there. And you know, the cameras even went over to Tato where she was seated. It was two staged, guys. It was two staged. Let's just admit it. It was a strategy. See, they entertained us. Yeah, they entertained us.
Thank you, Zaria. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Let me know. Let me just be quiet. Let me know if you say anything. We have Aisha here. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, so can you
Hi.
reduce the volume of, I don't know if it's your TV, I don't know, but can you reduce the volume, please?
Yeah. Can
Okay.
you hear me now? Lori, I
Yes.
just
You're
want to
welcome.
recommend you for what you are doing. You are really doing a good job. Continue
Thank
doing
you.
that for us. You are really
Thank you.
good. I'm looking forward for you to brief us on this thing, show to Housemates Salon when it starts. You are really doing
Okay.
a good job.
Thank
Good work,
you.
good work. And for the trolls, don't mind them. They are always like that. We are here for you. Continue doing your job. Good work.
Thank
Bye.
you very much. Thank you. I'm not really bothered, Aisha, but thank you very much for your concern. Yes. Do you have anything to say about the power couple of Bbmzansi season 3? Did you follow the show even?
Yeah, I follow the show, but for Gashua and Tata, I don't really trust that relationship. So I'm not sure of that relationship. So I don't want to go there. Cause it looks fake for me, so I'm not bothered about them.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, let
That's
me
all I
quickly
have to
read some
say.
comments. Let me quickly read some
But
comments.
Glory, housemate Salonio.
Housemate Saloni. Which one is that? Is that a reality TV show?
Yeah, when it starts. Yeah, I
Okay,
think it's a reality TV show.
okay, I will do
I
my
think last
findings
year or
about.
last 2 years, Erica and Kid Y was invited was on that show, that reality show.
Oh, oh, I remember. I will do my findings
Yeah,
about the show.
yeah.
Okay, I'll do my findings. Thank you very much, Aisha. All right. So let me quickly read some comments. Latricia, let me quickly read some comments because there's another question I want to ask you actually. Let me just quickly read out some comments. Rita said, in my opinion, the Terry and Biden relationship had some attraction and it gave us content. Even if it doesn't work outside, I was entertained by them. What's this one's name? Okay, Freezy Reality said that, but Gashwan said in his recent interview that he tried to make it with Yoli, but Tattle was the apple of his eye. Thus, Yoli's eviction was an advantage to him getting Tattle. Letitia, do you want to respond to that?
I didn't get it well, Glory. What did she say? The last sentence?
Okay, the person said, Gashwan said in his recent interview that yes, he tried to make it with Yoli, but Tato was the apple of his eye. Thus, Yoli's eviction was an advantage to him getting Tato.
You see now, that is it confirms what I was saying, because it is clear that means Geshwan was using, although maybe it's a harsh word to use, was he saw an opportunity. Let me not say he was using. He saw an opportunity in Yoli, maybe Yoli showing interest and all that. But then I might agree with the previous speaker, because if you can remember, there was this one time where Geshwan was in a diary room and he asked Biggie for a picnic with Tato, something like that. I don't know what was the reason for that, but it has, from what I've seen, unless if it happened and I didn't see it, it has never happened. So maybe, yes, he saw that Tato was too much on the, maybe the other guys were still looking at her, and he used, but that was unfair. I still maintain that it was so unfair. If he knew that it is Tato that he wants, he shouldn't have gone that far with Yoli. And at the moment he finds himself that far with Yoli, I think it was really unfair. He could have at least waited for the outside and go for Tato rather. That was very much unfair. And you can imagine they are two different people, these two women. Then the other one will easily judge herself that maybe because you understand, that is unfair, honestly.
You know, was it an interview or a Twitter space that he spoke about knowing that Tato and Yoli were actually friends from outside the house. You know, because both of them they do this TikTok thing. I don't know how true that is. So it's like knowing that these two women, they already have a friendship from outside the house. And then coming inside the house, you got that information probably from either one of them or both of them. And aside their outside friendship, inside the house, they also had a very, very good friendship going on. And then, of course, you wanted Taco to get. Why didn't you exercise patience and continue in your pursuit of Tattoo? Instead, you went after the tattoo's friend, got the tattoo's friend, and then waited for the tattoo's friend. Because there was even another question. Okay, what if Yoli was not evicted? What if Yoli was not evicted? What would he have done in that regard? Would he have now decided to? And see, this is why I am still so convinced that Gashan also played his game.
Okay.
Honestly, this is why I'm so convinced. Imagine if Yoli was not evicted. So was he going to be playing the two women at the same time? Or was he going to stick to Yoli and see where it goes from there, since that was the language he was using? How would he have played that?
Yeah, and Geshwan, but maybe he will try to prove the public wrong. But Geshwan is very full of himself. The way I see him, he's very pompous. You can tell by the way he speaks to people. And that is also how housemates who were with him in the house were describing him. That's one of the reasons why they kept on nominating him, trying to get him out. But I'm seeing flames with Thando, and I think Thando has seen that, because every time when Geshwan will be assassinating somebody's name, talking about, she would try and correct the person. Even when he was talking bad about Terry, he is the one who tried to correct him. It happened many times. So I like the character in her. Although yes, there are other flaws, no one is perfect, but I like the character in her. And that said to me, these people will not go along for a long time, because this is who Geshwan is. And if she doesn't really like it, when they go outside, she is going to get more of it when they go outside. Then I don't think Thando is going to get it, because it takes a real woman to reprimand your person in a new relationship, to say, no, but you don't say that about people. You don't talk like that about other people. That is totally wrong. So I liked the fact that she would take a stand and say, no, you can't talk like this about this, even if it's not what you like, but that is not how you talk about other women. You see, so that was very good of her. So if he is going to continue like that, that is if they continue successfully, like we are seeing them on the social media kissing. But I'm telling you, if Geshwan is not going to improve from that character, they are not going to go far. That boy is full of himself. We love him. I'm from the same province with him, but Geshwan, no.
Yeah, I'm seeing some very interesting comments here. Let me see. Oh, Pearl. Okay, Pearl is obviously a Gershon and Tattle shipper, and she has been doing the most in the comment section. So, Pearl, you've been saying I should put Gershon on the live. So this is a YouTube live stream, and to be very honest, I've actually sent out invitations to these people to join the live stream, because of course FSWG is no coward. We like finding out facts, and we like getting accurate information. So I've sent out invitations to them, and it is still you same shippers that still go ahead and tell them not to join my live stream, because according to you people, Glory Elijah does not like them. So I cannot put them on the live. I can only extend an invitation. If they accept the invitation, then they can be on the live stream. If they do not accept the invitation, they cannot be on the live, except they are here right now and they want to click on the link and join impromptu, and that will be fine. All right. So Pearl, I hope you understand that and put this matter to rest. Prime, itu meleng. It's the same thing for you. You said would be lovely if you got Gashwan on the live. Ask him these questions. Here is answered. As I said, invitations have been extended to them, but it is still you same shippers that still say that they should not come. So there's nothing I can actually do about it. Moving on to other comments. Eva said to me, Pearl, okay, that's a response to Pearl. Joke said, anyone who believes anything coming out of Gashwan's mouth must be mad. Okay. Guy wants to start his own religion, for goodness sake. I'm still asking, can the real Gashwan please stand up? I mean, to be very honest, I can't help but kind of wonder as well, because we saw 1,000,001 personalities. This is just me exaggerating now. We saw 1,000,001 personalities from Gashwan on the show. At some point, I have no idea who the person called Gashwan is. And I don't think I'll ever know, because now the show is over. So we don't know this person outside the house. We are probably never going to cross paths in this life, right? So we'll never know. So we don't really know who he is, right? And that was also another thing that made his words very, very questionable. His words and his actions. We can understand that, okay, fine, he was playing a game. He played his game, but it still made a lot of people question a lot of things that he was doing in the house.
And Geshwan, when you talk of many characters of him, I did not even see those many characters. The only thing that I saw is that Geshwan is this person, is pompous and all that, and he has an element of being bossy, which I appreciate. That's one thing. The one thing that I liked about him, Geshwan will not leak anyone's ass for anything. If he believes in something that he is doing, he is going to do it. That was his strong point. I liked it. That's why I always said, he said to Themba, I crawled my way to the top 5. That he was right. He was right. Yeah. He walked his way to the Geshwan and Mpo, to be the last two standing. They deserved it. So it's not that we see only negative things about him, but then there is positive things that I liked about him. Guess one where he was this guy and he is a here and now. If you did it, he will tell you now. He is a here. That is a very good character as well, because he stands for what he believes in. He stands for who he is, and he is not going to change, not for anyone, which is good. Because when it comes with pressure, when pressure comes, guess one can stand it. Make no mistake. When pressure comes, guess one can stand it. But still, it doesn't make him right for what he did to Yoli. According to me, what he did with Yoli and Thando, it doesn't make him right. But then, yes, there are other good things about him. In that house, you need that character. Remember how Pere stood up. Pere stood up for himself. Whether he was that person, I liked it. So Gershwan used a little bit of him, reminded me of Pere, although Pere made me proud. When Maria left, he never got any entanglement with anyone, although it was clear that him and Maria were not nice anymore. But he did not make any entanglement with anyone. That for me, that stood out for me, for the person that he is. Although it didn't work out, but then it doesn't change the fact that she is the one that I liked the most.
True. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I think we should now move on to the best betrayal. The best betrayal, because I'm seeing in the comment section, Gashon fans, they are losing their heads already. But let's move on to the best betrayal. Okay, so I have already listed out my best betrayals, the one between Sister Mara, Terry, and Vinyl, the one between Tools and Sister Mara, of course, Gashon and Yoli, we've talked about that one extensively, and Tattle versus Yoli, we've talked about that one extensively. So, Latricia, which one was yours? Probably not the best betrayal, but just the betrayal.
The best betrayal for me, it was obviously Sister Mara. That is the first one, the first betrayal. And let me just couple it together. Sister Mara, when he betrayed Terry, Yoli, now I'm talking Yoli. Glory, I want to say this. Sister Mara, when he came into the house, myself, I was worried for him. I was scared for him. Listen to this. I hope it comes out clearly. I was worried that he might not have someone who will be close to him and not. You understand? I was afraid that he might be sidelined, or he might not be able to gel into. You get my point? Not that they were going to sideline him, not that housemates were going to sideline him, but Terry, from day one, that Monday, I saw her, she was being next to him. And you could tell at that time he was reserved and all that. But Terry took out the Sister Mara in him. When that thing is out, then the second week, Terry wins the head of house. She went ahead and chose him as the deputy head of house. Then week 3, Sister Mara wins it. When he wins it, he votes for Vino. Okay, they didn't know at the time, because it was that time when it was the head of house and the deputy. He votes for Vino to be of eviction. You get that? And then while we're still surprised about that, and obviously Terry knew, because she was the head of house last week. She knows how the voting works. She knew that means Sister Mara got a chance. She's the head of house. She didn't save my person. If my person was voted for by the deputy, for example. Then it goes on. The following week, who was the head of house? It was Geshwan. It was Geshwan who was the head of house. And in Tabi. Then coming the other week, history repeats itself. Sister Mara, the same Sister Mara is the head of house. And then he does what he did. He saves tools, and the same tools that he saved the other week. That's why on the previous week, when tools did not save him, I said, you deserve it. He well deserved. That was good. That was good. He deserved. He was reaping what he saw, Sister Mara. And it was very painful for him. I liked it when he was crying and telling Tools that I even saved you when you did not know. It's not the first time I save you. I saved you even in the diary room. He told him, and I said, Actually, if it was according to me, Sister Mara was supposed to leave that week so that it can go to the bone. What he did, it was a serious betrayal. He betrayed them behind the curtains and betrayed Terry even in front of everybody. He could see how happy Terry is with Vino. How could you do that? And now,
No, no.
when Tools do it, I liked it. He saved Terry Tools. Yeah, he saved Terry and left Sister Mara, did not save Sister Mara. He made Libo a deputy and saved Terry and did not save Sister Mara. So he said, instead of saving you, I will save the person that you were supposed to save and you didn't save.
Honestly, I was so happy, to be very honest. I was happy because see, the moment Tool was to use his veto power, I was over here, I was praying. I said, God, do not allow Tool to save Mr. Mara. Because see, and this is one thing most of these housemates don't really understand. It's okay to be confident in your game. But you need to also understand that the viewing public, they are if we let me not say they, we are a very, very sensitive bunch. We want to see the humane side of you as a housemate. We also want to see the savage part of you as a game player. A lot of people were actually excited that Tools did not save Sister Mara because of how Sister Mara did what he did. And it took him 2 weeks before going to apologize to Terry. It took him 2 weeks. He did not apologize. He had a conversation with Tools. He had a conversation with Venus. That one, Venus was busy yapping her mouth. Oh, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's a game. By the next week, they put her up. She started smoking cigarettes because she too now felt the She too now felt the impact.
And to make matters worse, when after Vino was evicted, he moved downstairs. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
After that,
he moved
downstairs. Yeah, it's a game of betrayal. It's a game of betrayal, but there is a 3% loyalty that we expect, more especially from those who are friends, those who have an alliance. There is a smaller percentage. And another big betrayal is Themba, guys. Themba, when we talk of betrayal, we can't leave Themba out. Are you with me, Glory? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Themba betrayed Geshwan. He agreed with Geshwan and said, this Xhosa boys is their culture. Tools, Sister Mara, and who else? And Libo, yes. So Libo and Tools were showing that they are close. And then Themba said, no, to Geshwan, let's form an alliance and let's take Mpho in and Tabi. But then, because the three of you are up for eviction, let's hope you don't go or one of you goes. Then, because we are four, because he was not up Themba at the time, he says, and then when I'm head of house, we lift them up and then I will save you because you are always on the chopping board, or I save Mpho, or I make you my deputy, I save Mpho. That was the agreement because they were worried about Ntabi, that Ntabi maybe is going to go, you see? And oh yes, indeed, Ntabi left. Then the next thing they go to conspiracy corner. When they go to conspiracy corner and Themba now is saying, let's vote Tools, Geshwan out. And I'm like, what is happening now? I'm telling you. Then he's telling Tools that not Tools, tell the girls that you're close to vote for Geshwan so that we can get him out. That's where they agreed that let's also vote for Mpho because Mpho is strong. She will be able to suppress Geshwan so that we get him out. And I'm like, this is betrayal at its best. When he is with Geshwan, he's talking something else at the conspiracy corner. Luckily, Geshwan and Mpho did not like the conspiracy corner because they were just not sure of anything. They are used to being on the chopping board. So Themba also betrayed Geshwan. I want to believe that. And it was so hurting when Geshwan said to him on the last week, if I won the veto power thing, I was going to take you with me to the final because you are the only person that I have ever made a friend. And when they say the spots are two, I would have taken you and Tattle, obviously. You were the only convenient choices that I had, although you showed me flames. Even when you won the head of house, when you had to save people, you showed me flames, but I had no choice. That was a sign of, he was politely telling him that I felt betrayed.
Okay, Okay, Latricia, thank you so much. Lucia, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let me quickly wrap up my point and then I'll bring you on. So, Latricia, I understand what you're saying, right? But in a way, I felt like Gashwan and Temba, they played each other. Now, you see these two people, they are so smart that if I think both of them in their friendship, they saw each other in the other person. It's like both of us. Lucia, whose phone is vibrating? Someone's phone is vibrating. Just mute it. All right, thank you. So this is what I think here. It's just like two people have friends. Two people are so close to the extent that they both see a lot of similarities in their personality in each other. I feel like with Temba and Gashwan, they were like that. They had a very, very nasty way of talking sometimes. The way they talked about women, the way they described the ladies in the house, the way they were plotting, the way they were doing things. I think they were the first people that used the conspiracy corner. They knew that both of them they were a force to reckon with. However, I felt like both of them they still had their own plans which they knew that if they brought it together, it probably might not work in their favor. And so if you notice that Gashwan was leaning more towards Tattle than Temba. So from time to time, when Gashwan wanted some masculine company, he would talk to Temba because he knew that Temba was the only person that could stomach all of his vileness, some of the things that he said, because both of them they spoke alike, aside the Dracula accent. But when it came to opinion, thoughts, both of them they had a lot of things in common. And so, even when they would meet in the conspiracy corner, you would notice that each of them they will still go ahead and do something different other than what they agreed to do
Yeah.
in the conspiracy corner. So he was playing his own. Temba was also playing his own. They were going separate ways. I can't remember, there was a particular conspiracy corner conversation they had, and by the time they were doing nominations, Gashon had nominated someone else. And I'm like, when people agreed to nominate this person, what happened? And Temba too had gone ahead to nominate his own person. So for me, I don't really think Temba actually betrayed Gash. I just felt like both of them, even though they had a lot of conversation, they somehow felt like in the game they could not really trust each other. And it was safe for both of them to play their own game the way they wanted to play. I just felt like they played a game of convenience. What really suited their strategy in the game. Temba played his own strategy using tools and label, and it worked for him to some extent. I mean, it took him to the finals, right? And Dashawn also played his own game with Tattle, and it worked for him as well. I just felt like both of them they are so strong that if they had come together at the end of the day, I don't think they wanted to put each other in the finals together because they knew that it would have to come to one person winning at the end of the day. But then eventually they all made it to the finals. And I'm sorry, but I have to say thankfully none of them won. Yeah. Anyway, Lucia, you're welcome. Hi, Lucia.
Hi, Gloria, how are you? Hi,
I'm fine.
hi,
Thank
Lutricia. Yes, I just had to jump in when you started talking about Temba. Can you hear me?
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Geshwan and Temba, they knew exactly what they were doing. They used to call my friend, you know. They had their little time, their small time, little time where they would get together. So you remember during the conspiracy time, Geshwan and Temba had decided who they are going to nominate.
Yeah.
Eventually, what's her name? Venus and Mpo and the others, they didn't know exactly what they were doing. So Venus was with Geshwan and the girls. They spoke about Temba with Geshwan. And Venus went to Themba because they had something of a, I don't know what was going on between Themba and Venus, but Venus went to Themba in the conspiracy corner and said to Themba, Geshwan told the ladies that you must not be trusted. That's when Themba lost it and said, I trusted him. That's when the trust disappeared between Themba and Geshwan. But even so, they were still together. Yes. So Geshwan is the one who started first betraying Themba. Even was it last week or 2 weeks ago, Themba said to Libo, Tools, and Geshwan, they were sitting outside. He said, I trusted Geshwan. Geshwan, I trusted you more than Tools and Libo. But when you started betraying me, that's when I lost trust. So it's Geshwan who started betraying Themba first.
Yeah. I mean, Gashwan played his game, to be very honest, and I can't even blame him or even fault him because at the end of the day, it's a game, you know. But then I have seen that comment a lot of times, and people think or say that Themba betrayed Gashwan by not taking him to top 5. I'm like, no, Gashwan has had a mind of his own from day one. Even the friendship that Gashwan had with Norman, it was not 100% because there was also Themba in the picture. So Gashwan was friends with Norman, right? He was friends with Yoli, he was friends with Tattle, but on the side, he was also friends with Themba. So for him, I felt like he was playing a game of convenience. Where the tide leads me, where the tide directs me, that is where I will go. Whichever one favors me at any point in time, that is where I will go. And it worked for him. So I just wish people could just remove that mindset that, oh, Themba betrayed Gashwan. I think they all played their game, and one way or the other, it worked for them. But the obvious betrayal in the house is the one that we know happened between Sister Mara and what's his name, Terry, and then also Vinyl, and then Tools and Sister Mara. But you see all those subliminal ones, yeah. I don't think that qualifies. Yeah. Thank you, Lucia.
Themba even said he was gonna choose, if there were 3 people to choose, he was gonna choose what's his name, Geshwan. But there were only 2 people to choose. So there was no space for Geshwan. But he said he knew that Geshwan is strong. He's gonna make it to the top 5.
True. I mean, there was no need even wasting the veto power anyway, because Gashwan was definitely going to make it to the top 5. So I don't think he actually did anything wrong.
Exactly.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Lucia. I'm about to
you're welcome.
end this live stream. Thank you. It's sad that Latricia had to log out, but it's fine. I mean, we've been on here for over 2 hours now, but I think it's time for us to call it a day. Let's go and rest. Sadly, there's no Saturday night party tonight because the show has ended, so everybody can go and rest. But if you are a lover of Nigerian Idol, the show airs tomorrow. As usual, I will be giving my reviews and analysis about tomorrow's show. Currently, they are on the top 9. So I will be giving my review about it. And also, for those of you who are also interested in Nigerian Idols, we will be having a YouTube live stream on Monday evening by 7 p.m. solely for Nigerian Idols, all right? Because in that regard also, there are a lot of articles going on in the comment section of my videos for Nigerian Idols, and I think we should have a virtual conversation about it. So if you are a lover of Nigerian Idols or any music reality TV show and you would love to converse with me like this virtually, then please make it a date with us on Monday, 7 p.m. WAT. We're going to be having just a brief conversation about Nigerian Idols. We try to keep it short to just 1 hour, all right? I won't take much of your time. But for this conversation, this is where I'm going to be ending it. There are more conversations about the aftermath of Big Brother and Mzansi season 3. So if you would love to hear more about my analysis on that, just stick to my channel. There'll be more videos coming up. That said, I'm going to have to end this live stream here right now. I'm trying to catch up on my sleep and my rest. Don't worry, I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. I am still seeing comments on here. Okay. Listen, if you have any more comments, just go ahead and drop it in the comment section of this video, all right? But this is where I'm going to be ending this conversation today. Thank you all so much for joining. I really appreciate your commitment to this channel. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. Bye. Hey, stop right here. Don't go anywhere. You are especially welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah, and this right here is Frankly Speaking with Glory. I am the girl with the tea. I give detailed analysis of reality TV shows like Big Brother Naija, like Nigerian Idols, like The Voice Nigeria. You know, basically any reality TV show that actually interests you, it automatically becomes my interest as well. I literally carry up on my head. I give detailed analysis, I give detailed reviews. I run commentaries also because I want us to have fun. I want us to catch cruise. I want us to, you know, vibe to stuff like that. And reality TV shows are not the only kind of content that I put out on my channel. I also do movie reviews. So you see this Glory Elijah of a girl, she's a very, very boring sport. Guys, for real. I am super, super boring. However, whenever I feel like passing my time, you know, just having my own fun, chilling, being in a zen mode, I catch up on movies, which I find very, very interesting or exciting. But also, guys, I love reviewing those annoying ones because, hey, we have to call them out. You cannot come and waste my data, you cannot come and waste my precious time watching some really annoying movies. And I also talk about trending social topics because, of course, this life has to be balanced, okay? It's not all about entertainment and fun all the time. We also need to talk about those serious issues that concerns me, that also concerns you as well. You're about to have a blast on this channel. I also share my life experiences from time to time. Yes, that is when people ask me to talk about it. But if people don't ask me to talk about it, sometimes I do not feel the need to talk about it. I like keeping my private things private. But once again, you are welcome to my YouTube channel, and as I told you before, you are in the right space. Trust me, you will be so addicted to this channel. People are going to be asking you, what's happening with you? Are you okay? And hey, don't forget to turn on post notification, all right? That is the best way for you to always receive alerts of my videos. So you see what I'm doing on my screen right now, just do exactly that, and you'll be cool.